just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance.
Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing this morning? Are you ready for our Curlversations? Are you connected to the Wi-Fi? Okay, welcome to the Clicks Beauty Masterclass stage. I'm so excited to be with you. And this segment, our Clicks Beauty Squad members, introducing Boit, give a round of applause, Bassie, and Thato. They are going to take us through the right things to do in order for us to nurture our curls. So listen carefully, and of course, if you want to ask any questions, there will be a chance for you to ask questions. So yeah, over to you guys, and welcome.
Thank you. Is my mic on? Oh, right. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. You all look so beautiful and stunning. As you know, Noni has introduced us. We are the Clicks Beauty Squad. I'm Bassie, this is Thato, and of course this is Boit. And we can't wait to dive into all things curls. So I'm pretty sure some of you are wondering why there's a gentleman on the stage. But, you know, I feel like with hair, there is no boundaries, and I really think it's such a great idea to include also hair care from a male perspective and information that you can pass over to your sons, to your brothers, husbands, and bae too, I'm just saying. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a really fun time, guys. You're more than welcome to pass over questions during the live, but also we're going to have a really nice Q&A towards the end of the live. So I think without wasting any further time, let's get into it. So first things first, I think the most important thing with natural hair care is to understand your curls. And understanding your curls goes with, you know, understanding your curl pattern, and through understanding your curl pattern is where you can understand how to treat your hair, take care of your hair, what products to use, because I think we all in here have gone through the struggle of finding a brand or finding a product that can cater to our hair. Although we all have beautiful curls in our hair, it's so difficult to find a product that, you know, is suitable for you. It's like skincare. Not all serums work for your skin. You have to, you know, go through the whole trial and error. And I think it's just, you know, I'm going to pass this over to Boit. Why do you think it's so important to understand, or rather, you know, study and familiarize yourself with your curl pattern? Why do you think that's imperative?
Hi guys, hi, my name is Boit. You guys look beautiful, by the way. So I just want us to relax because we're just going to be talking about curls, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're all here because we love our hair. So I think it's very important to understand your curl pattern. And mind you, when I started my natural hair journey, I was also learning my curl pattern. And you know, and over the years, you learn that each curl pattern is different. No curl pattern is better than the other.
Yeah.
First of all, I think all our curls are very unique. You get your wavy curl, you get your curly, your like 3B, 3C type of curl. Then you get like your kinky, coily hair, which is like your 4B to your 4C type of hair. And obviously, for me, as a type 4 curl pattern, I can't use products that maybe like your type 3 curl or your type 2 curl is going to use, because it's not going to penetrate my coily hair. So I can't stress the importance of that. So for example, I'm more on the heavy butters. I'm more like the heavy butters, your heavy cream, because obviously my hair needs a lot of that moisture. Unlike with your type 3 hair, you absorb product more better than your type 4 hair. So you can't, as a type 3, I feel you can't use a heavy cream that's gonna weigh your hair down, and then it's gonna, like, how can I put it? It's gonna make it look
Over-moisturize and
over-moisturize. Yeah. You know, there's something
Yeah.
also called being like hair that is over-moisturized. And I think it's very important to know your curl pattern. A lot of people still don't know what their curl pattern is, and or their porosity.
Yeah.
You have your low porosity, which I have low porosity. Then you have your high porosity. So high porosity hair is sort of like hair that absorbs moisture quickly, but also loses moisture quickly. And then your low porosity hair is hair that does not absorb moisture quickly. It's yeah, if you get me. So I think it's very important that we know our curl pattern, and you study and learn the ingredients, type of ingredients for your hair that, you learn ingredients that your hair can take in. Because sometimes you get people that like, okay, this product doesn't work for me. I mean, in this journey, it's trial and error. As time goes, you listen to your hair, I like to say. You listen to your hair. If your hair feels some type of way and you know that it feels weird, then you know that product is not for you. Then you move to the next product, So, yeah.
So speaking about products, before we move off the whole topic of, hydration and just, you mentioned something so interesting about, shea butters, basically. And there's this really nice product from Nxumalo. It's the hydrating moisturizer, which has shea butter. And I think I have the same sentiments with Boit. Having a nice, rich, hydrating butter to put on your hair. I like to put it on a daily when I'm done maybe with my day, and I just partition my hair, do my little twists before bed, and apply this butter and then leave it overnight just to lock in the moisture and just hydrate your hair. So definitely a product like this one from Nxumalo resonates with I think what Boyce was basically trying to say. So thank you so much for providing that insight. And of course, we have our gentleman here. Thato, you have really nice hair.
Thank you, Bassie.
Yes.
Looks well taken care of.
Looks very well taken care of. I just think for the ladies, can you maybe, provide insight as to how do you keep your hair, hydrated, how you keep your waves looking great, how you keep your beard looking great.
The waves
are there. Like, they are there. So how would you, from a male perspective, hydrate your hair and keep it, looking good?
So when they asked me to come speak here, I was like, why would you want me, in a panel in front of women that are probably seasoned? But I realized, together with how I show gentlemen how to take care of the skin, and usually how you get to them is usually through like a girlfriend, a mom, a wife, an aunt, you know what I mean? So I think generally we share similar struggles across the spectrum, whether you are male or female, because I have like a very soft beard, for instance, and other people's beards are a bit harder, that might mean that it has lower porosity, you know what I mean? Mine has, maybe slightly higher porosity, medium porosity and stuff like that. And to be quite honest, those are things that as gents we don't understand. By the way, my barber has like a huge afro, like kinky, it's called kinky curls, right? When
Kinky curls.
What are they coils?
Super curls.
Yeah, so this kind of stuff, don't leave the information here or keep it to yourself. Please spread it to your siblings, boyfriends, husbands,
brothers, uncles.
And also I use, so I have like pretty soft hair, so my hair care routine is not one that I do daily, mainly because of my waves. In order to keep my wave pattern going, I just brush a lot, and every 3 to 4 days, then I wash my hair. But a simple routine, a shampoo, a conditioner, and then I put on maybe I'll put on leave-in conditioner or what do we call a pomade? I don't know. I don't know if you guys use pomades, but what I've realized at the same time is that what you guys set your edges with is really good for sort of setting your waves. So it looks awkward when you put it on the first time and your hair's a bit damp. It looks like a cat, that licked itself. That texture. But as soon as you put on a do-rag and you tie it up, or a satin bonnet, once you tie it up, then after as it sets, it takes out a really nice pattern at the end of the day. So I'm also here to learn, but I'm also here to forward the information that I have for the gents.
So Thato actually mentioned two very interesting but very imperative points with regards to hair care. And the first one was, edge control, or rather taking care of your edges. We all have a beautiful edge control, and you don't want to put on a product that's going to, deplete your edges. You want a product that even after you put it on, your edges still look great, but also your hairline is still healthy and still looks amazing. So I think using a product that is just really healthy for your hair, even your edges, is so great. And there's this really nice one by Flawless, by Gabrielle Union. It's the repairing edge control. So the nice thing about this product is that even though when you apply it, you still repair your hairline. Sometimes gels do tend to dry out your hair, which is a big, big problem. I know I've had that issue as well. So you really also want a two-in-one kind of product where you might have your, beautiful edges, but your hair is still not getting dried, it's still getting hydrated. A second thing that Thato mentioned was, of course, a black satin bonnet. And a lot of people don't understand why satin bonnets are important. The way I am so obsessed with satin with regards to my upper body here is it's crazy. Now I even have a satin pillowcase, a satin bonnet, a satin gown, satin slippers, everything is just, But the reason why I have specifically a satin bonnet and a satin pillow is because, you want to lock in the moisture of maybe your face creams and your hair creams. So I just want to pass this over to Boits, right? I'm pretty sure you have invested in quite a few satin bonnets.
Yeah.
Thato included, to, maintain your waves. What tip, or rather what would you like this audience to take away with regards to why black, or rather satin bonnets are so important? Why is it so important to you? Yeah. With your natural hair journey?
Obviously, as a natural girl for many, many years, satin bonnets is something that you learn also during your hair journey.
Right.
You know that it locks in that moisture, like you said. It protects your hair. It protects your hairline. Unlike sleeping on a cotton pillowcase, which literally rubs and causes friction
and
onto your
absorbs
hairline,
the moisture.
and it absorbs the moisture, and you lose a lot of hair and stuff. So I love Ethnogenics range, guys. So if you're a person that has a thinning hairline, Ethnogenics is literally your girl because it protects your edges. It has an amazing ingredient called biotin, and which literally basically increases the rate of how your hair grows. So I can't stress the importance of satin bonnets. Like Bassie said, I also use a satin pillowcase in case, a satin bonnet sometimes.
Yeah, it comes off.
In the nighttime, it comes off, girl.
Yeah.
And stuff. So if I've got a wig on, let's say I've got a wig on and it's glued on. No, but I don't glue my edges, by the way, I glue here. So if I'm wearing a wig, I definitely put on a satin bonnet as well. Protects my wigs. Protects my hair, protects my braids. I've got this big bonnet right now that I'm sleeping with. So it's really, really important because you don't want to lose the moisture of your hair, especially if you have a routine at night, which I have, where you moisturize your curls and you just put on your satin bonnet and then you sleep and then you're good to go the next morning. So that you don't have to stress in the morning about detangling your hair and having to do a lot. So a satin bonnet really just keeps your curls intact and keeps your hair moisturized.
So going back to another brand we all clearly like is, we spoke about Ethnogenics, but we're also going to speak about Flawless as well, as we mentioned. So Boits and Thato, you mentioned the importance of, hydrating your hair and keeping it, moisturized in more ways than one. Now, I know that I've personally also struggled with hair loss, especially with the front. We all know we struggle with the hairline. And, I can imagine even from a male perspective, when people become, balding, right?
It's called balding.
Balding, right? We both
Yes,
genders
yes.
struggle from the same sentiments. I think the frontal part of our hair is so sensitive. It's very sensitive. So I think where I'm going with this is we're talking about the growth, we're talking about, the moisture maintenance, but now I just want to speak about how to continue to, protect your hair on a daily basis. What are things we should include? What are measures we should include? And there's this really nice product by Flawless. It's the Restoring Exotic Oil Treatment. Now, I really like this product. I've used it before because it has this really nice nozzle, first of all, that you can easily apply here, especially when you have a protective hairstyle. You want something to, easily apply. But what I like to do is I like to first apply every day. I kind of have this mixture. It's oil, it's hair oil, it's a leave-in conditioner, and it's water. I add it in a bottle, shake, and then lasts me like 1.5 weeks. Every morning I apply that on my scalp. So it's kind of like, it's the lock method, basically. It's me integrating the whole lock method into one mixture, apply, apply, apply. And then what I'll proceed with that is obviously using a hair oil, because the oil, what it does is that it traps all the nutrients you added from, you know, the leave-in conditioner and everything. So consider it like you put on a serum, you put on a moisturizer, you lock it with sunscreen. That's how I look at it. And a lot of people like to, you know, separate oil, and I think it goes in steps. You know, you don't want to put on oil and then put on leave-in conditioner. It kind of just defeats the whole purpose of what that is. So I just want to speak about the leave-in conditioners we have. Thato, do you use a leave-in conditioner? Just out of curiosity.
Or is it just like gel?
I love leave-in conditioner for my beard. I think so I have like an elaborate skincare routine, and in the evening I cleanse twice, right? So there's a lot of water going through my beard. So I like to use a leave-in conditioner once or twice a week. Then I add a beard oil. What I've realized is that the oils are interchangeable, so don't be scared to let them use your products or the products that you get here when you get home.
I don't think the ladies will be happy about that. We're not trying to do
I think
that.
encourage it so that they can come next year. And I think we touched on the bonnet, and you know, it's so important because I've realized, so I get my hair cut almost every week.
Hectic.
Right? And because of the work that I need to do, you know what I mean? So having a durag or a satin bonnet of sorts helps protect my hair from, like, my hairline from receding even more, because it maintains what's already there. You understand what I mean? So I've seen a very stark difference in when I've slept, you know, with my hair protected and when it wasn't protected. And just, okay, I was a science nerd in high school, so the properties or the material, properties of cotton and the properties of satin are very different. Cotton is a wicking material. That's why they make clothes with it, like especially your tops, because it can absorb liquids. You use cotton to wipe your dishes, you know, to clean around the house and stuff like that. Whereas satin is slightly different. It's not a wicking thing, and it allows, it's called pebbling. It allows whatever is on your skin to stay on your skin. It doesn't suck it out. So not only is it good for your hair, what Bassie was saying about having a satin pillowcase, which is available they're all available from Clicks.
All
like
these products and all
durags,
these items, they are available.
for the gents, bonnets for the gents with bigger hair, satin pillowcases. I think the range is called AfriPure. For a set of satin pillowcases, like $200 for two. So the price point is also very good. So it allows you to take the first step into that kind of hair care and skin care. But it's really, really good for the texture of your skin and your hair. And, you know, for the gents, it's important to maintain what you already have before it starts receding. So it's important to save that too.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Actually, that was very insightful. I just want to mention something quickly because we are proceeding to the Q&A. I'm sure some of you have questions, of course. One thing I want to touch base on that I've been receiving some queries about, but not for me specifically, but I know through having conversations with Boits, a lot of people tend to ask you questions about after you color your hair. I see ladies have beautiful highlights in their hair. That is beautiful. But of course, color treating your hair has its own, you know, repercussions and stuff like that. So I just want to know, you know, I'm looking at this really nice product from Lee Stafford. How would you treat your hair after you've colored it? Obviously, you've added bleach or, you know, hair dye. How would you make sure that your curls do not get damaged? Example, using this nice product here. Here you go.
I love Lee Stafford, by the way. Hi, guys. So I see a lot of like ladies that have color-treated hair. So I have color-treated natural hair underneath this protective style. I think I've color treated my hair 3 times, and Bassie and I were having a conversation earlier. She was like, I don't know how you keep your hair still intact, you know, even after bleaching it. So it's very important to make sure that you take care of your hair, especially if it's color treated, from your routine. Your routine completely changes to basically replenish your hair, you know. Your hair gets, it absorbs the moisture. Bleach absorbs too much moisture from your hair, so you have to make sure that you put back the moisture to your curls by replenishing it. Like, so I use like your protein treatments, your deep conditioning masks. So what I like to do is every Sunday, I like to treat my self-care day as like my hair days are my self-care days. Take a glass of wine, relax, put on some music, you know, and then just make sure that your routine starts. You do your protein treatment, like I said, you replenish your hair, putting moisture back into your curls. So I do protein treatments every 4 to 6 weeks, depending on how my hair is, because obviously I don't want to, there's something called too much protein. So, and also, but moisture, every single day, I make sure that I have a routine for my hair where I put moisture back into my hair so that I don't lose that moisture, you know, and stuff like that. So I really love Lee Stefford, especially this tone-saving conditioner. It really is a lifesaver, and also it maintains the color of my curls. Maintains the color of my curls, and so yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I think we can now, Noni, maybe open up the floor, and you know, if any of you have any further questions you might have, you're more than welcome to ask. Otherwise, we can keep engaging, keep discussing our own experiences with our curls. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to raise your hand. Okay, great.
Double cleanse, yes.
Double cleanse, yeah. Whoever thought Thato would be providing women with skincare advice? Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, we will digress and get into skin a bit if you'll allow us, Bassie. But
Here we go.
So in the evenings, in the morning I cleanse once. In the evening after I've had a full day, so there's different days. Usually I have a long day of either wearing makeup or my day job is a lawyer, so I'm either at work the whole day, getting burnt by the sun, meeting with clients, this. But my skin obviously gets oily at the end of the day. So what I do is that I'll do an oil cleanse, right? Sobe has a great it has a great oil cleanser that you use with the pump action thing. So I use that. But if you don't have your hands on an oil cleanser, I like an oil cleanser because it's gentle and it's like oil against oil. So you've seen oil and water, what happens? But oil attaches itself to oil, then you emulsify it and you wash it off your face. Then I get in with the cleanser. I do this, so you can do cleanser twice, but when I have makeup on, I have to use an oil cleanser because makeup is oil. So the oil of the oil cleanser attaches itself to the makeup, and it gives me a much better result. My skin breathes, and there's less makeup left when I tone my skin. So that's what I mean by double cleansing. So it just really depends on your needs, but you can either focus on an oil cleanser with your normal cleanser, or just cleanse with your normal cleanser twice. You know what I mean? But the first cleanse must be like short, like 15 seconds. Then you can get in properly on your second time. Sure.
Thanks for sharing that. I learned something very interesting today. Okay, we have a few more questions here in front.
Is it still morning? Good morning. Good afternoon.
It feels like evening, but no.
It's been a long day so far,
It's
yes.
been a very long short
I just
day.
wanted to gray natural, this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, your curl pattern changes with gray, or it's not the same as your other hair, but it's more difficult to get the curls. Yes. Do you have any kind of advice in terms of how, what to do? Do you use different products here and different products here? Because it's a problem, man.
Well, Thato just said he can answer that, so over to
So
him.
if you look at yourself like biologically, aging is a form, is like, so as you like grow, it's like your new cells replacing your old cells. You know what I mean? So our skin loses that elasticity, our hair loses its, that strong, bright sheen, vitality that it once had, like, my mom had really, she's always worn out. I've never seen her in braids once. I've never seen her in a wig. She's always worn out her natural hair. And she's tried like everything, obviously I was hoping you weren't going to say speak about dye, but what we've tried with her and I've seen working is just because your hair is aging the same way, any other part of you would age, it just needs you to take an extra step in taking care of it. So if it had, slightly higher porosity earlier and, a much simpler product usage would work for you, I think try add a lot more moisture, maybe like on a slightly heavier butter or like an oil to address that, because I think it's just the natural progression of life. So the hair loses its vitality. So just add more nutrients to it to try and revive it.
Like curl
enhancing
products,
also.
basically,
Yes.
yeah. Thank you, Thato.
Thank you, Thato.
We've got a chance for one more question. Me from that side, shame.
No
You're more than
questions?
welcome after
Yeah.
the talk to speak to us on the side. You're more than welcome if you have any more questions.
So curly hair doesn't grow fast. So that's always my challenge. And I've been reading about using the hair oils, but now my concern is that it's going to make my scalp and my roots look oily. Do you have any tips for that or any products that you would recommend?
So I think from my side, I've had the same type of experience where I would put on hair oil and it would either over oil my hair, it would look very greasy. And like I said, it's a very trial and error kind of thing. For me, what I realized that, okay, my hair doesn't really absorb oils as quick as I would like it to, but it absorbs liquids. So that's why I like to use that whole mixture of leave-in conditioner, oil, and water, mix it up, because my hair easily absorbs all the nutrients together. So it's really worked for me. I even use it when I have my afro and my protective style. It's a really great way if you're struggling to maybe keep moisture locked into your hair. It's a great way to just, trap in the nutrients and then proceed with the hair oil. Obviously, at the first try, it's not going to succeed. Your hair needs to get used to it. So definitely using methods like that and also using more water-based products instead of oil-based products, it is a great approach as well. But definitely, for me, the takeaway I'd love everybody here to have is when you choose a hair care product, look at the ingredients. It's very imperative that you look at the ingredients, because the ingredients will help to tell you, okay, this might work, this might not work. For me, example, coconut oil doesn't really work on my hair, but jojoba oil and shea butter are absolute gems.
Remember, also oil is a sealant. It's not really a moisturizer.
It's not,
it's
yeah.
a sealant. So
it locks
what
in.
you're saying,
It's not meant to hydrate, it's meant to lock it in. So you don't just use oil separately, you use it in conjunction with other products.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much to our Click Beauty Squad members. I'm sure you learned something.
I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance.